I'm simply doing what's best for the security of the United Colonies. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Of course you have a choice. So, what do you say? You aren't leaving until I have an answer. Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gotta be the commander's new role. By lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath very
Hey.
Just shut up and do as you're told. All right, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikonde should be waiting for you.
Excuse me. Yes, what?
Hello.
Howdy. Pardon. Yes?
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDev's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to... I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Let's just say my superiors need proof that engaging the Crimson Fleet is a larger priority than they're willing to admit. If we shove enough concrete evidence under their noses at the same time, eager to get going. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate. I wouldn't expect any. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct, allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand it. I don't want promises. I'm just... Anyway, it's time to hand you over to... Now, get out of here. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely... All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all, I'm afraid she's the best lead. You have your orders.
Pardon.
Hey. Howdy.
Okay, hello.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so while you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on you. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards. It's not you, it's the Crimson. That minor skirmish, if you've seen what I've seen, that's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return. As Well, that's just it. You're not career military, are you? And speaking... So, if I were you, It's not generous, it's All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the good. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And that should do it. You're dismissed. Not really, no. Don't get me wrong. Let's just stick to the job at hand. But, maybe we can talk about it some. We'll be keeping them close. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and...
My grab drive. I only did that once.
Yeah, well, you can eat just about
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC. Of course, if we find out you well, I don't think I need to tell you. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Yes, what?
Careful near the railings on the upper levels.
Was forced to close another crime ring investigation against the Trade Authority. Though it is widely speculated that the Trade Authority is involved in a wide variety of smuggling and theft, it has been very difficult to prove. The latest investigation.
Mining's fair work, but you can't take it all so seriously, I always tell my mates. We're pulling rocks out of the ground, not building spaceships. Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor, mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Sidonia. I could spare a minute or two. Argos, huh? Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job. Nah, well, see, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some ore. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there. Not having any trouble mining the ore, are you? Okay. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment. And unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval. Now hold on, it's not that. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is. Come back and see me when you've done that.
Welcome to Deimos.
And valiant colonists use Deimos starships to venture into space.
I wish Deimos was exclusively a military contractor.
This is the heart of the UC.
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victories. They're a true piece of history.
No other ship can hold a candle to a Deimos. It's not even close.
You should be honored to step foot in here.
If you want to survive out there, you've come to the right place.
to UC space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You're cleared to land.
Always nice to get back in the room with a beer after a long day.
Don't worry. We're gonna make sure you get that job. Trust me, this is the best. Okay, now we need to ensure you get hired. Basically, we'll need to make sure to do that, you'll need to get access to the HR terminal in the corporate office upstairs. If you delete the other applications from the... That's the spirit! By the way, the HR password is password spelled backwards, which Tia thinks is pretty clever. She gets talkative during happy hour, and I'm surprised everyone doesn't know it. Anyway, should be pretty easy. Good luck.
Crime's at an all-time low around Sidonia. Let's keep it that way.
said. There's Don't worry. We're gonna make sure you get that. Trust me. And I can say that I just saw the company message go out. Next step should be easy. All you've got to do is approve that request, and we'll be right up. Then we can get that new equipment and show.
This unit is not designed for pleasant conversation.
Do you work for me? It's hard to keep track these days. Oh, you're finally back. I feel like you've been gone for 8. Good. Now, let's make... You look a bit diff... No, now I remember. When they told me how poorly you did. Well, enough chit-chat. Not quite. I need you to do something much more important. I'm expecting a personal shipment. I'm not sure why, but the last time this happened, my assistant ended up... Now, run off and get it for me. I don't know. At first I thought I had multiple assistants that rotated in and out, but it seems I've only ever had one at a time and they all just stopped showing up. I believe my last... Oh, you're done?
I tell you, Sidonia... Ah, hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street, but I'd be happy to help if it's something quick. What can I do for you? Something important, huh? Well then, you've been quite busy making a name for yourself, haven't you? Oh, it's okay. You can drop the end. So look, I admire a go-getter like yourself. You're not in trouble unless you make trouble. I know you're not really Mr. Brennan's assistant. I don't know exactly what you're up to, but I have little reason to suspect you're up to no good. So let's cut to brass tacks. What can I do for you? Word travels fast around. Frankly, I'm not worried about you. Oh, I know exactly what happened to that shipment. However, I suspect Mr. Brennan neglected to tell you that I'm holding it due to his immense backlog of unpaid taxes. Then again, he may be unaware. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll release that shipment for you. But I'm going to need a favor first, since you seem to be adept at keeping. See, my personal spacecraft was stolen, likely by Crimson Fleet pirates. I need someone to find it. Then I need that someone to destroy it. Discreetly. I need time. Oh, it's a few reasons. Also, I'm sure you understand. Well, this is a tricky situation. Not to get bogged down in deep, makes it cleaner for insurance. Then we have an agreement. I'll send you to...
Sidonia City Security is here to keep you...
Hey, friend. Don't mean to bother you. It is good to see someone out here. I've been drifting alone here for 2 days without help. Wait, you on the account? So, you're a pirate? Please. We know you're not really with the fleet. You've got two choices. You've got to the count of 2. You mean to parlay? You're clearly bluffing. Easy. Maybe this doesn't have to get ugly. Is that it then? So, but I'll marry your guy. I admire your confidence. We'll be sure to set